Speaking of elders, in the middle of protests, I had a chance to go to a gathering of elders in Asheville, and one of them said, do you think Obama's paying attention to this? And not about Obama-centric, but like back in the civil rights movement, when people were engaged in deep strategy, they had to call cabinet level meetings. They had to stop what they were doing and think about what the implications. Do you think they're really, do you think they're really paying attention to this? And we talked amongst ourselves, and they said, well, they're probably paying some attention, but it's not the core. We haven't done the strategy and the organizing to make them pay attention in the way that they do. And so the question was put forth, so what would that look like? Well, what are they paying attention to now? Well, right now they're paying attention to things like trade, the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. And someone said, hold on now. See, now you're talking, but now let's be clear about what that means. And I'm going to talk about this in hypotheticals because I don't want to violate any federal laws here in conspiracy, right? So I'm cognizant of the media. But someone said, well, so if you wanted the president and the cabinet to pay attention in the middle of the TPP negotiations, you shut down the Port of Baltimore. You shut down commerce on 95 in both ways. Right? But then you have to ask yourself the question, if you employ those tactics, have you done the work? Because someone's going to federal prison. Do you have bail money? Do you have legal fees? Good lawyers that can handle this level. Do you trust each other enough to start doing these kinds of things, right? And so when we brought that back home, I had to answer the question. I don't think we do yet. And I think what we saw was some seedlings of that, and you saw some of that happen, but it was not well organized. But the question got asked, and so I think what's been happening since then is that people are self-organizing in ways that are asking real power-centric questions about how do you move an agenda, how do you build power for people, how do you align your interests with things that will be undeniable, right? And so for me, if we're going to be effective in whatever we do,
few people have a concentrated space or area of expertise. This is what was called a town hall meeting. So having said that, is there anybody in the room, and I want to engage the youth some, because you all are fueling us in ways that are making us very proud and very happy. Are there any, from the youth first, if you can respond to this, if not, anybody else. Do you have ways that you can think about that we as African people can begin to build on what our ancestors did in terms of organizing and then moving us forward to make life better for African people?
yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you first. If you can't answer that, that's all right. We have plenty of time to bring you in. Yeah, it's okay. You look like you want to say something in the red.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Don't mind.
You and family.
This guy sitting next to me and I were talking about this earlier, but during the civil rights movement, we were saying that there was kind of like a central power structure that was kind of pervasive throughout the country. They were organizing and planning together so that if something was happening, I think someone brought up the point that Dr. Martin Luther King's right-hand man would cause some trouble in one city in Alabama so that Dr. King could go somewhere else, and the police couldn't stop him there. He could get the attention of the national media. But yeah, I don't know much about this. I'm here to listen.